Welcome back to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague live from the Monster Energy DreamHack Studios, and we had a game, very short game, between Hellraisers and Basically Unknown, and unlike most predictions, it was actually Basically Unknown that had a very dominating performance. And before the game started, EGM, you mentioned these type of games, early game, super important.
Yep.
What went wrong?
The aggro trial didn't go too well for them. Then it was just after a bad early game and a bad laning phase for HR. It was just like a classic snowballing from Tiny Wisp and then on power on Wisp, and it's just too strong. I mean, Tiny, of course.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised about how Basically Unknown played. I think they were very... they were not playing safe and like waiting for the mistakes of HR as I was thinking they should. They were like, no, we're going to go straight up and just beat them.
They didn't wait for HR. Yeah. I mean, HR normally the aggressor, and this time is like, they couldn't do anything.
Afoninja was pretty overly aggressive though, but perhaps not aggressive in a good way.
Was he at that moment, do you think he might have been maybe desperate? For something, because at that point their aggressive Trident already didn't really succeeded. Their net worth looking still quite healthy. Magnus the only one that was really like on top from the Radiant side, but Basically Unknown. I mean, on the back of that Magnus, they just steamrolled through. Yeah, I also think that the clockwork, like Andy was mentioning as well, he had a very huge impact on this game. I don't know really how, but he managed to find the Storm twice, right? Inside the Dire jungle. I know he got him one solo, but then I think he got... Oh no, then he got the Treant as well. But he got like 2 solo kills after the lane, and that like just kicked him off. And then we had that lane in the top fight where the clock hooked in and saved the Magnus, I think. Or was it the Tiny? I think it was the Tiny, actually.
But the clockwork did so much lifting in the like 10-15 minute parts of the game.
Yeah, every bot gank he went on, it was just successful after a successful gank. He's got so much from it.
Yeah, we had a lot of kills happening this game, mostly in favor of Basically Unknown, and we also selected a clip for you, of course, so it is on to the drawing board.
All right, welcome back again here to the drawing board, where I'm about to show you my exquisite drawing skills here. So we're going to jump right into the game here, or the replay rather. If we pause a little bit right here in the beginning, we see, okay, we can actually fast forward a little bit. There we go, good, so we don't have a big flash of light everywhere. So what basically happens here is Storm jumps right in, thinks he's gonna get an easy kill on the Wisp, but the Magnus has other opinions and is trying to break it up. So we'll slow forward a little bit and see what happens. So the Magnus tries ulti, then cancels, he figures he's not close enough. Afoninja actually manages to get the Wisp. There we can pause again. So now it's looking pretty dire, pun intended, for Afoninja.
It's the Sky, right? Yeah, the Sky died, sorry.
Yeah, the Sky died instantly, He actually managed to get him before Magnus got it all off. But now, it is looking very, very bad for our hero, Afoninja here. I mean, the tree armor, though, is doing a lot of work here, but being skewered into under a tower by Magnus is never something you really want to happen. But at the same time, there are 2 people there. Magnus doesn't have that much HP. Let's see what happens. So we see it's actually Magnus going down here, thanks to the tree armor. He does a stick really, really well timed. Pause a little bit. There we go. That's good, perfect. He's rewinding. he can read my thoughts there. So if we slow forward here, we see the...
We're going
slow forward. If we pause there, and then we see Afoninja here. He's trying to run away. He realized that the Magnus wasn't going to go down due to that extremely well-timed stick. So now he's trying to flee for his life, but the Magnus doesn't really want to let him do that. So let's slow forward a little bit.
And he has enough mana.
Yeah, so he managed to hit that. I can't...
Shockwave.
Thank you very much. That Shockwave, pretty nice play from Arise there. Now we see he runs into the trees. He's probably going to die, right? They're seeing him with the help of the Disruptor Kinetic Field. He actually gets the glimpse off. And now pause, stop. There, you see, Magnus, he's now back here.
You can actually slow motion, because we see the inventory the whole time. Slow motion back a bit, and then it's like, oh, there. Empty.
Empty bottle, empty bottle, empty bottle, full bottle.
Boom.
So he's home in the base here for literally like a millisecond. We can pause it a little bit more. And now we see Magnus coming back here. The Treant is closed in here, and the Disruptor here. Meanwhile, we see a TP coming in here with a blue color, so that's going to be the Clockwork, which is not great news for HR. And also, if we didn't point out that enough, Magnus got his bottle refilled because of that glimpse in the millisecond, and he also got the fountain reading started kicking. So he got fountain reading for a couple of seconds, and he's bottling up. So let's see, slow forward, and let's see the fight ensue. So Treant hits the living Leech Seed, but as we were discussing here in the post as well, Leech Seed level 1 is not enough damage to actually cancel the bottle. Not that it probably would have mattered at this point, but yeah, so they run away, taking 2 kills from HR in a quite interesting interaction there, with it being glimpsed back for like a fraction of a second. I thought that was pretty interesting, at least.
It was, I mean, it was just slightly bad luck, maybe slightly mistimed glimpse. Can we call it that? I mean,
you can,
honest mistake.
Say fast reactions from Rise as well to bottle up so quickly.
Very fast.
He knew exactly what was going to happen, or what was happening at that point, which is always very impressive. So next game, what are we looking forward to? Are we going to see basically Unknown take another game this quickly, or is Hellraisers going to step up their game, do something different? What are we expecting here?
I mean, I since I sort of bet on Hellraisers winning the game, I'm going to have to go with that. But I hope that they're not going to do a more form-oriented late-game style, taking it more safe from HR. I'm afraid, and I think that's what they're going to opt for, but I hope that they're not. So
aggressive trialing, yes or no?
I don't think so, but I hope so.
I don't think so either. I think they're going for a safe lane this time. Still the aggressive style, but just safe lane and start, gank mid instead. Focus on farming up a bit before they start fighting, because they don't want to risk it all in one lane. So I think it's still going to be aggressive game.
And Afro Ninja Storm? Probably not.
Probably not. Maybe a Shadow Fiend.
Maybe a Shadow Fiend.
Maybe never again.
Maybe never again. It wasn't that bad. It was just that he was behind. He did the stuff that he could have done if he was actually more ahead in the game.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was pretty bad. It wasn't horrible, but it was pretty bad. But I mostly meant the feeling after that game. Having played that game is probably like, don't want to play Storm again.
No, this is definitely true. Well, we're going to find out what they are going to play, because we are already in the draft. It is time for Game 2 of Basically Unknown taking on Hellraisers. Let's see if they can force out a Game 3.